Hi, welcome to the Akashic Almanac. My name is Brittany, and I'm also recording for the Guidance from Within podcast. So the audio of this will also be uploaded as a podcast, and it will also be uploaded as a YouTube video, obviously, if you're watching this. So just know that it's the same audio, but I'm Brittany. I am the creator of the Akashic Almanac, Guidance from Within podcast, and also my newest and maybe my most fun adventure yet has been creating Magic Waters Co., which is a new Etsy shop. We offer organic bath bombs, organic bath salts, we have organic face serums and masks, so feel free to check it out. I'll put the link in the description below. But if you're new here, if you haven't seen this channel, the Akashic Almanac, I upload on my YouTube videos, like little lessons every couple of weeks, which there's a variety of topics. And also the podcast, I have guests on. I have mostly women so far, a couple of men, but mostly women who come on the podcast, and I interview them, and we talk about a lot of things that have to do with spirituality and I guess you could say new age, but mostly just really beautiful conversations about life and what it means to be a human and finding magic in that. So that's a little bit about me. I'm an Akashic record reader and esoteric healing practitioner, and I also create bath products. So that's my little intro, but I wanted to talk to you today, just catching up with you and creating another YouTube video, but this time it's going to be a little different. So if you're listening to the podcast, this will be just a reading like I do every couple of weeks for the podcast, but if you're watching on YouTube, this will be new for the YouTube community. I'm going to do an Akashic record reading for anyone listening to this, so if you're listening to the podcast audio, this is for you. If you're watching the YouTube video that goes along with this, this is also for you. So I'm going to go ahead. I start with the pathway prayer process, and then I open my own Akashic records and I ask my guides for a message to come through for those listening. And because in the Akashic records, it is like your book of life, your energetic fingerprint of who you are, past, present, and future, of all of your soul's incarnations. And we're going to open my records. I'm going to ask them what messages they want to bring through for whoever's listening. And because I open my own records and I allow a message to come through from my own Akashic records, you might think, how could that be relevant to me? But because this is sharing my journey, sharing the Akashic records is very much a part of what I love to do and what I'm passionate about. There's no time here. So whatever message they want to be able to share, they want to be able to share to those listening. Whatever wisdom they want to share to those listening is it's important and it's meaningful. And if it doesn't resonate with you, it could be a message for someone else listening. So feel free to keep listening. I'm going to go ahead and open the records. And I wanted to record this video as well, to start recording the podcast, because when I give a reading, I'm very expressive. And when I channel my own Akashic records, there's a lot of emotion and expression behind it. So if you listen to the podcast, feel free to watch the YouTube video if you'd rather have like an actual visual instead of just the like auditory part. So okay, anyway, let's get to it. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. And I have my quartz crystal here as well. I always have that with me. O Holy Spirit of God, protect me from all forms of self-centeredness and direct my attention to the work at hand. Help me to know Brittany in the light of the Akashic records, to see Brittany through the eyes of the Lords of the records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of Brittany have for her. Help me to know Brittany Denise Woods in the light of the Akashic records, to see Brittany Denise Woods through the eyes of the Lords of the records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of Brittany Denise Woods have for her. Help me to know Brittany Denise Woods in the light of the Akashic records, to see Brittany Denise Woods through the eyes of the Lords of the records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of Brittany Denise Woods have for her. The records are now open. Alright, team, connecting to my spirit team. It feels like little butterflies are just buzzing all over. I want to ask you today for a message for whoever's listening. So, whatever I can channel to my best ability, a message for whoever's watching this video or listening to the podcast. Many of you may feel like you're trapped in the hamster wheel of life, the hamster wheel of the 9 to 5, the hamster wheel of let's check off 1, 2, and 3, let's do ABC, and then tomorrow you're going to check off 1, 2, 3, and then do ABC every day. This hamster wheel of life. I'm getting goosebumps. If you feel like you're in this hamster wheel of life of that is all there is, they're showing me a sun. They want you to brighten your horizons. If you're caught in this loop of there's nothing else outside of this loop, there's nothing for me outside of this loop. I wake up, I shower, I brush my teeth, I go to work, I come home, I make dinner, I go to bed, right? If you're stuck in this loop of your heart's desire or calling for something more, but you're stuck in this loop, they're asking you, they're showing and they're asking you, they're showing the sun and brighten your own horizons. Only you can brighten your own horizons. Only you can allow yourself to be open to getting out of that loop, getting out of that that 1, 2, 3 ABC over and over and over and over again. Allow yourself to walk through the doors that come your way. And I know it's a very interesting time, but they don't ever want you to feel stuck. They don't ever want you to feel limited in what you can accomplish in this little hamster wheel. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. This feeling of being stuck here, and there's nowhere to take this internal energy, this internal fire, this internal passion that might be raging inside of you, or ready for an external. Like you have this potential energy, and now they want you to externalize it. If you feel like you've been stuck in a loop, take a second. Figure out why you feel stuck in this loop. Figure out the loop itself, realizing that you've created this loop for yourself, and how can you break out of that? What am I seeing right now? I'm seeing writing letters to yourself. I'm seeing this sense of connecting to community, connecting to resources more. Maybe you haven't looked into resources. Maybe you want to start that business, or maybe you want to change jobs. How often do you job search? How often do you actually sit down and write about what you want for your life? How often do you allow yourself to externalize that potential energy? Because where there's a will, there's a way. And once you allow yourself to open that door, and not even to open the door, once you allow yourself to see the doors of opportunity that are waiting for you, to wake up to those doors of opportunity, once you do that, you're going to see the sunshine. You're going to see the new horizons. You're going to start seeing how these doors easily open, because you're no longer using your potential energy to just fuel your hamster wheel. You're using that energy to start fueling your dreams, to start fueling your passions for life. What is a life without the pursuit of creating from a place of love and passion? What is life without that? That is why you're here. That is why we are all here. And they want to remind you. They want to remind you of this. I see Pleiadians again. I see Pleiadians a lot when I give readings. And if you're new to this podcast or YouTube, the podcast I've talked about Pleiadians, and not so much in my YouTube like classroom, but I see them. And I think they want to just be here as a presence, a strength, a motivator, they're showing their hands reach down and hold a human hand. They're showing the sense of, let me help you back up. You've fallen, let me help you back up. They're very loving. They're very supportive. They want you to see your power again. They want you to awaken your third eye, okay? They want you to truly believe in the power that lies dormant within the body that you inhabit. I feel like I should be making eye contact. The power that lies dormant in the body that you inhabit. And the ancient wisdom, the codes and the keys within this physical 3D human body. It is more magical than you have been led to believe. It is more magical than you have been led to think. The power of intuition with this body, the emotional wisdom this body holds, tap into that. Tap into that. And aside from the body, there's you. There's this divine essence that is co-creating with this body. How beautiful is it that you can have a physical body with keys and codes and ancient wisdom? And I'm like hugging myself. With ancient wisdom that needs to be tapped into. And then there's the divine part of you that it also has a story, that has had many bodies, that has had many guides, and much love and family on the other side waiting to help lead you. Allowing them permission to help lead you and guide you. I request that my spirit team help me with this. I request that my spirit team help me find a job. I request they help me start this business. I request that they help come through in my meditations. Right? I request that my guardian angel send me love. Send me a hug right now. I need it. You are much brighter than you know. You are much brighter than you know. And if you could see the way that they see you, oh man, it's like they look at little miracles. These bright lights, they look at miracles. Think about what it took to get you here today, to be here in this moment. Think about everything in your life, how it had to align to get you to be here to hear this message today. Think about what it took for the universe to create itself. Billions of years in the making, this body. Billions of years in the making. Isn't that in itself a miracle? I feel that it is. So, seeing you as a light of a miracle. That's how they see you. Beautiful. Okay, so something really fun and cool that I did in one of the readings. I did a group reading a week ago, and something I want to add to this video because I feel very called to do this again. Spirit is going to hand you a flower. If you're driving in your car, if you're at home watching this video, be safe. But what I want you to do, yeah, be safe if you're driving. But if you can close your eyes for a second. And Spirit is handing you a flower. And I love that they want to do this. I love that they want to share this again. If Spirit could hand you a flower, if Spirit could just drop down, they could. It would probably freak you out. I believe that they can. Give you a flower. Use that third eye. Remember they said open the third eye. What flower do you see? What flower are they gifting you today? Tulips, lilies. It can be an herb as well. It can be an herb. I'm actually saying they don't want to limit it to just flowers. It could be an herb, a flower, a type of tree. It could be anything of the earth. It could be a dandelion for all they care, right? What do you receive? And what I want you to do is take that flower, and I want you to look up the significance of this flower. What does it mean? Just Google it, right? Like just plug it in. What does that flower mean? That is a message for you from Spirit. If you see more than one flower, okay, there's 2 messages for you from Spirit that you need to be aware of. Let me know. Let me know what this is. I'd be very curious to know what flower that they gave you. Very curious. Beautiful. And that's how they want to end this message. So I would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for all knowledge and healing. I would like to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. I would like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light. And thank you to my spirit team. And thank you all. Thank you all for being here and joining me, because you can hear this message tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now, and it won't matter. It is still relevant to you and where you are, because time does not exist in the records. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Amen, amen, amen. Beautiful. So that is a message for you. That is a message for you. And if you got this far and you got a flower, please let me know, because I'm very curious as to what your flower is. Yeah, I really am. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is Brittany. I'm going to be doing this more often, to where when I record a podcast and I open my Akashic Records for a message for you, for the following of Guidance from Within or the Akashic Classroom, I'm going to be doing this more often. So if you want to share this podcast, maybe others, there's a message here for others, or subscribe or share this video. There could be a message here for someone else that they might resonate with. Just support each other right now. We really need it. The collective. We really need all of the support. Thank you.